Good morning, students. This video is for grade 6th, subject science, block 29, garbage we produce. We are continuing with LP 3 and 4, that is segregation of garbage and the environment. So let's start. The aim of this lesson is to classify garbage as biodegradable and non-biodegradable, and to explain the consequences of creating and discarding so much garbage. The keywords are segregate, biodegradable, non-biodegradable, decomposed and harmful. The resources required are S3 of your volume book, notebook and Exit content book. Students, have you ever thought about what happens to the discarded fruit peels after some days? And what happens to used plastic bottles after some days? Just think and try to answer these questions. Fruit peels rot after some days, but used plastic bottles do not rot even after many days. The meaning of rot is to decay. So today we will identify the items that rot and items that do not rot and predict the approximate time taken for some items to rot. Students, copy this table in your notebook and identify the items which are given in the table which you think will rot and the approximate time they will take to rot. In this table there are 3 columns. In the first column the list of items are given. In the second column you have to write whether they will rot in the soil or not. And in the third column you have to mention the approximate time taken by them to get rot. You can pause your video for performing this activity and after that again resume the video. Now you will be able to give the answers of these questions based on activity. Which items you think will rot? How much time will these items take to rot in the soil? So let's see. Items like vegetable peels, old books, jute bags and papers will rot in the soil. Vegetable peels will take 3-4 weeks to rot in the soil. Old books, jute bag and paper will take a few months to rot in the soil. What happens to the garbage that rots? What happens to the garbage that does not rot? How do we classify garbage? So let's see. The garbage that rots get mixed with the soil. The garbage that does not rot remains the same for a long time and does not get mixed with the soil. We classify garbage depending on whether it rots or not. The garbage like vegetable and fruit peels, waste paper bags, pencil shavings and cardboard packages that gets decomposed easily into simpler substances by microorganisms and mixes with the soil is called biodegradable. The garbage like plastic cans and iron nails that does not rot easily and remains as such for a long time is called non-biodegradable. So students, biodegradable materials are those which will decompose after some time in the soil, while non-biodegradable materials will remain as such for a long time in the soil. So waste can be categorized as biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Now here are some examples of biodegradable and non-biodegradable materials. Biodegradable material consists peels of vegetables, paper and wood. While 9 non-biodegradable materials consist plastic bag, glass bottle and tin cans. Now why do we need to segregate garbage? The meaning of segregation is to separate. So students, why we need to separate the garbage? Let's see. We need to segregate garbage so that we can recycle and reuse the garbage which is non-biodegradable and ensure that it does not remain in the soil for a longer time. How can we segregate garbage? Students, I think you will be aware about this process of segregation of garbage. See, we can segregate garbage by using two different colored bins for garbage disposal. Green bins can be used for disposing of only garbage which is biodegradable, that is peels of fruit and vegetables or the kitchen waste, while the blue bin can be used for disposing of only garbage which is non-biodegradable. The garbage which is non-biodegradable takes a longer time to rot as compared to the garbage which is biodegradable. Students, I think at your home also you are using two color dustbins. One is of green color and one is of blue color. The purpose of these two color dustbin is to segregate or separate the garbage according to their nature. Now see, there are different colors in the beans and they are used for different purposes. Like the green color bean is representing the waste material which are organic in nature. The yellow bean is used for papers. The blue is used for glasses which are non-biodegradable, while the red color beans are used for metal waste. What will happen if we do not segregate garbage? So if we don't segregate garbage, it will take a longer time to decompose because of the presence of garbage which is non-biodegradable. And also the garbage which is non-biodegradable will cause soil pollution. How is the garbage which is non-biodegradable harmful? So students, the garbage which is non-biodegradable like plastic emits poisonous gases when they are burnt and hence are very harmful for the environment. As they do not rot in the soil, they can get washed away in the sewer system and cause water logging. If disposed in rivers, they are a threat to aquatic and human life. If animals eat them, they choke on them, especially on plastics. Now, the next topic is garbage and the environment. So let's see. What did we learn about the garbage and the need to dispose it? Students, in the previous LPs we discussed about the garbage and their requirement to dispose them. So we learn that any solid item that is no longer of any use and can be thrown away is known as garbage. We need to dispose of the garbage properly because it can cause diseases and makes our environment dirty and unhealthy. Household garbage is collected in open grounds and sorted, after which it is transported by the dumper trucks to the landfill sites. This we discussed in the previous LPs. What are the different types of garbage we throw away in our daily life? How do we produce large amount of garbage? So let's see. We throw away different types of garbage items like old notebooks that get decomposed in the soil. Also, we throw away garbage items like plastic bags, glass bottles, plastic caps, and empty cold drink cans that do not get decomposed in the soil and remain same. So students, what kind of garbage they are? They are non-biodegradable and they also causes soil pollution. A large amount of garbage is produced at homes, hospitals, industries and other public places. Because of the increase in population, modern ways of living, higher salaries, rising use of packaged foods, among others. Now, where is more garbage produced? Big cities or small towns or villages? Why do you think so? Think, students, what should be your answer? Let's see. Big cities produce more garbage as compared to small towns and villages. This is because big cities have a larger population. A large number of people in a big cities consume large amount of packaged and processed foods. These items are packed using plastics, as in the case of milk packets and mineral water bottles. The empty wrappers and cans of these packed and processed foods constitute garbage. The standard of living of people is higher in big cities than in small towns and villages, leading to the greater use of these materials. Thus, there is a greater amount of garbage produced. So, obviously, as the number of people more in the big cities, they are producing more amount of garbages. What difficulties do municipalities face when more garbage is created? How does producing so much garbage affect our environment? So let's see students, it is very difficult to dispose large amount of garbage properly. Due to the lack of resources and infrastructure, some amount of garbage is left unattended and is not taken to the landfills. This affects our environment by causing land, water and air pollution. Garbage attracts flies, rats and other creatures which spread diseases. The garbage thrown into the rivers for disposal is a threat to the aquatic life. And if burning of garbage is there, it emits poisonous gases that are very harmful for our environment into the air. So we should control the emission of garbage or production of garbage. Why and how should we avoid the use of plastics? A major portion of garbage consists of plastics, which cause choking of soil and reduce seeping of water. Burning plastic waste emits poisonous gases which cause respiratory problems. Disposing plastic waste in the river causes threat to aquatic life. Colored plastic bags contain chemical substances which are absorbed by the fruits and vegetables kept in it. We can avoid the use of plastics by adopting these practices. So now see what should be the practices we should follow. Avoiding packaged food, carrying cloth bags instead of plastic bag, avoiding plastic water bottles, using reusable cups and using natural things. So ultimately, if you want to make your environment clean, you should avoid use of plastics and you should follow these practices. So we should say no to plastic bottles. How can we keep our surroundings clean? How will this affect our environment? So we just discussed about the same. We can keep our surroundings clean by producing less garbage. We can reuse the material before throwing as waste. We should segregate and dispose of garbage properly. This will make our surroundings hygienic and our environment clean. So children, what we learned today? We learned that garbage causes adverse effect on the environment, and if you are disposing the garbage, then it must be segregated in a proper way according to its nature. If it is biodegradable, it should be dumped into the green bins. If it is non-biodegradable, it should be kept into the blue bins. In this way, you can segregate the garbages which are generating from your houses or homes, and you can contribute in the making environment clean. Now it's a quiz time. So try to answer these questions and share with me. What happens if we throw garbage which is biodegradable in rivers or burn them? How can we stop using non-biodegradable materials? What is the effect of throwing garbage in rivers? Why should we avoid using plastics? I hope you are able to give the answers of these questions. Now, students, you have to finish your S3 of volume book based on today's learning, and you have to complete your practice questions 7, 8, 9, 10 from your exit content book. Thank you so much, students. Have a great day.